They told him he was too short, too weak, not good enough for Hollywood. Casting directors laughed. Critics doubted. Even his own future looked uncertain. But one man refused to listen. Today he hangs off skyscrapers, breaks box office records, and proves the world wrong again and again. This is not just a success story. This is how Tom Cruise turned rejection into legend. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Dive into what really happened. They said he was too short. They said he wasn't handsome enough. They said he would never survive in Hollywood. Before the flashing cameras, before the red carpets, before the name Tom Cruise became a global symbol of success, he was just another struggling young man trying to be seen in a world that refused to notice him. Every audition felt like a judgment. Every rejection felt personal. Casting directors didn't see a future superstar standing in front of them. They saw a risk. Someone who didn't fit the so-called perfect Hollywood hero image. Hollywood had rules, and Tom Cruise seemed to break all of them. He didn't have the height. He didn't have the powerful voice. He didn't have the connections. What he did have was something no one was looking for. An unbreakable hunger to prove himself. Growing up was never easy for Tom. He struggled with severe dyslexia, a learning disorder that made reading extremely difficult. Scripts were not just challenging, they were painful. School felt like a battlefield where confidence was slowly destroyed. While others learned easily, Tom fought every word, every sentence, every page. Many times he felt invisible, misunderstood, left behind. Self-doubt followed him everywhere. Even people close to him believed acting was just a fantasy, a dream too big for someone like him. They told him to be realistic, to choose a safer path, to stop chasing something that would only lead to disappointment. But Tom refused to listen. Hollywood is ruthless. Every year, thousands of hopeful actors arrive with dreams in their eyes. Most leave with broken hearts. When Tom Cruise arrived, the odds were already against him. No famous last name. No industry support. No shortcuts. Just rejection after rejection. Yet, deep inside there was a fire burning quietly. Fire fueled by pain. Fire fueled by doubt. A fire that refused to be extinguished. While others gave up, Tom pushed forward. While the world laughed, he trained himself to be better. He believed that if he couldn't be perfect, he could be relentless. And that silent fire, the one nobody noticed, was about to change everything. Tom Cruise didn't become famous overnight. Not even close. Before success ever found him, failure knew his name well. Audition after audition ended the same way. Polite smiles, short conversations, and silent rejection. He was given small roles that barely mattered. Background appearances where he was noticed for seconds and forgotten just as quickly. Some films failed at the box office. Some performances went completely unnoticed. Critics questioned his range. Industry insiders whispered behind closed doors. He doesn't have what it takes. Each rejection felt like another door slammed shut. But here's what most people never saw. While others went home after auditions, Tom stayed behind. While other actors waited for opportunities, he created his own preparation. Behind the scenes, he worked harder than anyone else in the room. He trained relentlessly. Physically, mentally, emotionally. He practiced scenes until his voice felt weak. He studied acting with obsessive focus. Body language, timing, facial expressions, emotional control. Because reading scripts was difficult due to dyslexia, memorization took longer. Sometimes it was frustrating. Sometimes it was painful. But Tom refused shortcuts. Every line had to be perfect. Every emotion had to feel real. If it took 10 times longer, he accepted it. Quitting was never an option. Tom didn't believe talent alone would save him. He believed discipline would. When others complained about unfair treatment, he chose silence and improvement. When others blamed the system, he blamed himself, and then worked to become better. Every rejection became fuel. Every failure became a lesson. Instead of breaking his confidence, failure sharpened his focus. Tom once said that failure was not something to fear, but something to learn from. And that mindset separated him from everyone else chasing the same dream. Still, success remained fragile. One bad decision, one wrong role, one unsuccessful movie, and his career could have ended before it truly began. Hollywood doesn't forgive easily, especially those already labeled as not enough. But Tom kept going. He stayed patient. He stayed hungry. He stayed prepared. And then, just when doubt reached its peak, the moment arrived that would change his life forever. When Top Gun was released, everything exploded. Overnight, Tom Cruise went from being doubted to being desired. His face was everywhere. His name was everywhere. The confident smile, the effortless charm, the undeniable screen presence. Audiences were instantly drawn to him. Movie theaters filled up. Posters covered the streets. Studios rushed to sign him. The same people who once questioned his future were now calling his phone. But Tom Cruise knew something important. Fame can disappear as fast as it arrives. Most actors, after tasting success, choose comfort. They repeat the same roles. They play it safe. They protect their image. Tom Cruise chose a different path. He chose growth over safety. Instead of chasing easy success, he pushed boundaries. He took roles that scared him. Roles that demanded vulnerability, depth, and emotional truth. Films like Rain Man showed the world his ability to disappear into a character. Born on the 4th of July revealed his courage to expose pain, struggle, and raw humanity. Jerry Maguire proved he could balance emotion, humor, and heart, and still connect deeply with audiences. These performances sent a powerful message to Hollywood. Tom Cruise wasn't just a blockbuster star. He was an actor. He didn't want fame without meaning. He didn't want popularity without respect. Awards mattered less to him than growth. Comfort mattered less than challenge. Every role became an opportunity to prove that he belonged, not because of luck, but because of hard-earned skill. Yet, Tom wasn't finished redefining himself. Then came the decision that would change his career forever. A decision many called reckless. A decision others called insane. Tom Cruise decided to perform his own stunts. He wanted the danger to feel real because it was real. He believed audiences could sense truth, and he was willing to risk everything to give it to them. Hanging from heights, running at full speed, putting his body on the line. This wasn't about ego, it was about commitment. And with that choice, Tom Cruise didn't just change his career, he changed the rules of Hollywood action forever. When Tom Cruise decided to perform his own stunts, people thought he had lost his mind. Hanging from the edge of skyscrapers, jumping out of airplanes at thousands of feet in the air, climbing sheer cliffs without visible safety nets. To the outside world, it looked reckless, dangerous, unnecessary. Doctors warned him that one mistake could end his career or his life. Film studios begged him to stop, afraid of massive losses if something went wrong. Insurance companies panicked, refusing coverage and calling the risks unacceptable. But Tom Cruise saw it differently. He believed something deeply, something that guided every decision he made. If I'm asking the audience to feel the danger, I must feel it first. To Tom, authenticity mattered more than comfort. He wanted the fear on screen to be real because real emotion creates real connection. He wasn't chasing danger for attention. He was chasing truth. That mindset transformed Mission Impossible into a global phenomenon. With every new film, the stunts became more intense. Higher buildings, faster chases, greater risk. While other actors relied on special effects and stunt doubles, Tom put his own body on the line. The camera didn't lie, and audiences could feel it. The risks were real. He broke bones. He suffered injuries. He endured pain that would have forced most people to stop. Yet after every fall, every injury, he came back stronger. Not because he was fearless, but because he refused to let fear control him. Tom wasn't trying to prove he was invincible. He was trying to prove something far more important. That hard work is stronger than excuses. That discipline beats comfort. That fear is something to be faced, not avoided. The same people who once laughed at his height, doubted his voice, and questioned his abilities now watched in silence. Not because they finally believed in him, but because he had already proven them wrong. With every leap, every climb, every impossible stunt, Tom Cruise sent a message to the world. Limits exist only if you accept them. And he never did. Today, Tom Cruise is not just a Hollywood star. He is a symbol of persistence. More than 4 decades in one of the most unforgiving industries in the world. Billions of dollars in box office success. Respect earned across generations of audiences and filmmakers. While many actors fade away, slow down, or disappear, Tom Cruise continues to perform at the highest level, pushing himself as if he still has something to prove. But his greatest achievement has nothing to do with fame or money. It is belief. Belief in himself when no one else did. For years, the world told him he would fail. They said he was too short to be a leading man. Too different to fit Hollywood's image. Too limited to last. Every doubt, every insult, every rejection tried to define his future before it even began. But Tom refused to accept those labels. He didn't argue with his critics. He didn't explain himself. He didn't waste energy proving them wrong with words. He proved them wrong with work, with discipline, with consistency, with time. And that is the most powerful kind of victory. Decades later, he is still here, still running full speed, still risking everything for his craft, still inspiring millions around the world. Not because he was perfect, but because he was relentless. Tom Cruise's story teaches us something deeply important. Your weaknesses do not define you, your determination does. Rejection is not the end. It is often the beginning. Failure is not a stop sign. It is a lesson. No matter how loud the world says, "You can't," success belongs to those who refuse to listen. To those who keep showing up when others quit. To those who turn doubt into fuel and fear into focus. Because history doesn't remember the loudest critics. It remembers the ones who endured. Sometimes the people who are doubted the most become the ones who inspire the most. And sometimes they become legends.